A bitch told me, yeah, the bitch told me I'm fat. I say, bitch, my pocket fat too, bitch. You know what I'm talking about? I got some several other fat things for your jaws. You know what I'm talking about?
Ripping for the South. Staying in my lap. Yeah, on that east side. Never let hoe ass niggas ride. Chaos.
Never miss, rip your click and throw 'em high. Middle fingers to the sky. Hitting, never miss, rip your click and throw 'em high. Middle fingers to the sky. Hitting, never miss, rip your click and throw 'em high.
Yeah, so the way I bumped into the whole UGK movement, I was just like anybody else, you know what I'm saying? A fan and a homeboy, because I knew both of them from, PA. We about the same age, so we come from the same era. We know some of all the same people. But the way the connection started, I was dropping a mixtape called Dome Called Volume 1, which meant freestyles, a collaboration of freestyles. And it pretty much was just me. And it was a retail ready project, man. I'm talking about Glass Master CD. I'm talking about ready to fly off the shelf, because I had like I think a B distribution deal that failed. So I took the product and went straight to the streets with it, because my last money, you know what I'm saying, was in them boxes, and I couldn't be no hoe ass nigga and go home and tell my baby mama I didn't fail, the distribution deal didn't come through. I ain't tell her shit. I became the motherfucking distribution deal. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I'm out there popping the motherfucking CDs, $10 a pop on Guffway Boulevard in Memorial, looking like an eyesore in my motherfucking city. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas ain't know what the hell was going on. All they seen was a nigga out there campaigning like a motherfucker. And then my nigga Riley B pulled up. Pimp speak about him, you know what I'm saying, on the record. I bought my first key from my baby mama brother. He bought 2 CDs, you know what I mean? And then he went and gave one to Mama West, and I guess she sat and talked to him and told him that she wanted to meet me. So that's how the whole thing started. I been knew Pimp, I been knew Bun. I used to let Bun listen to my songs and shit back in the day, and he would give me some critique or whatever. But me and Pimp never had that type of relationship. I just used to see him, speak to him, really brief, you know what I mean, and go on about my business. So Mama West pretty much summons for me to go over there. So all you bitch ass niggas who talking about I went ran over there, brown nosing and bullshit, you a goddamn lie, hoe ass nigga. I ain't even know Mama West exists in what capacity she did exist in. So how in the fuck I'ma devise a plan to go get next to Pimp C Mama so I could get next to him? You niggas some fuck niggas, and I'm a Trill nigga. So my first experience in the studio with Pimp C, man, it was crazy, because he had told me he was gonna host a project for me called Block Stars. But when he hit the ground, we hit the ground running. So we doing things, he dropping songs, I'm dropping songs, but he never getting to my project Block Stars. So after probably like 2 months, and we had been in the studio doing a whole bunch of shit, we was in the studio clowning and joking. So I'm thinking it's the perfect time to ask that nigga to go ahead and knock my project out. So while we sitting down bullshit, I'm like, Pimp, like, what's up, nigga? I say, damn, man, when you gonna finish my project, man, Block Stars. Nigga, I'ma get to it, nigga. Funky nigga, I'ma get to it. Don't be rushing me. I'm like, damn, nigga, is all that called for? Then he sit back and he look around the room and he say, nigga, put the tracks on. And I put that bought a Cadillac on. That nigga wrote his verse like in like 7 or 8 minutes. Got up and was dropping that hoe. I'm like, damn, this is one of the most major features I ever had. PA, my nigga. The pimp is free at his hottest. This nigga giving me this badass feature for Cadillac. All I could think is, this shit finna go on the radio. And then that nigga say, I put dick up in the bitch ear and dick up in her eye too.
Putting dick up in your slut, in a mouth, in a ear, in a cock and in a butt, in a bitch's eye too, so she can see a nigga come. Put my nuts up in her mouth and make a bitch.
I say, damn it, man. That shit ain't gonna be able to go on the radio. Fuck you, funky nigga. This is a street record. So he finished the verse and he did the drops for the mixtape and told me go do my thing, man. And shit, that was that was our first collaboration experience in the studio.
My nigga Pimp was the king.
If you miss Pimp C, throw up your deuces and you trade. If you miss Pimp C, throw up your deuces and you trade. If you miss Pimp C, throw up your deuces and you miss you. If you miss Pimp C, throw up your deuces and you miss you. Pimp C.
The passing of Pimp C was so unexpected because we had been through so much. It was almost like you were going through initiation or a test to make sure you was gonna be down. And I don't blame him because, you know, if a nigga try to sneak in your camp and he ain't really about what he about, you know what I mean, it could turn ugly later on. But after all the tests and everything, being battle tested, the man realized he had like a dope ass crew and he would just address us and tell us our qualities and shit. And right before he left, we was in the high rise recording songs, eating and drinking, man. It was just a real merry time. And we recorded about 6 songs. And he told us what he was about to go do. And when he came back, you know what I'm saying, how everything was going to be different. He was supposed to get us all these UGK record pieces. Everybody was supposed to get a Magnum or a Charger because he was fucking with Chrysler on some shit. And so we also was going to put out this project called the UGK Posse. We got the big nuts, you know what I'm saying? And so he had distribution for that. And it was a real good deal. Like the huge amount was on his side and the distributor was going to get the smaller amount. Plus they was going to give us P&D, promotion and distribution. So him taking that trip, coming back with some paper to get the label cracking, to give everybody their chains, to give everybody their whips. The shit was finna be incredible. So when he left, I went to handling personal business like I normally did. And it seemed like the weight off my shoulders of being an independent artist and not having a label or administration or somebody to really help me take this shit to higher heights. That shit had diminished. It was over. And I felt it. It's like I was free. Like all the fucking work I had them put in was finna just impact the South and beyond like a motherfucker. So I was carefree, rolling in the lack, you know what I'm saying, in touch with mama, doing different things. And I remember, man, I was going to Mize print shop. Normally used to get just different pieces of paper from them, flyers or whatever, duplicated, whatever. So I was going over there and I passed by the graveyard on 25th, or I forgot what street it was. But to my left was the graveyard and to my right was the Washington on 9th Avenue, like 2 streets from my house. And I get the phone call, my homeboy, Mr. 3, he like, say, man, I'm sorry to hear what happened to your brother. And I can't imagine what he talking about. So I'm like, man, what you talking about, my nigga? He say, damn, you didn't hear? I say, what? He say, Pimp died. I say, man, quit playing. He say, I ain't playing, my nigga. I said, man, I gotta go. And I hung up on him. And I called Mama West. And when I called her, all I could hear is like the life then left her, man. He gone. He gone. That's all she could say. And man, I don't know if I ran the light or whatever, but fuck the print shop. Nigga, I smashed all the way to Alvesta to her house, man. And when I got there, I grabbed that lady, man, and she cried from my mid-chest. And I just held her for probably like 10 minutes, being realistic. And when I finally let her go, my whole shirt from my mid-chest was soaking wet with tears. And a nigga just fell, man, like mentally, all the energy left my body. But immediately, I had to bounce back and be strong because that goddamn phone started ringing and the motherfucking clown show started. So a nigga couldn't even mourn, my nigga.
Let's just get it straight right now. Yeah. We're not resting in peace because Trill niggas don't die.
Yeah, yo. R.I.P. to the Pimp and Mama West. I can't believe I'm even dropping this, man. To the trip. I miss you, baby. Straight up. I miss you, baby. I know I ain't the only one, but I miss you. I miss you, baby. Independent on the mission, yeah.
Yeah, so another shock having an indication that Mama West was finna pass. I can't even tell you that we were ready for that because there was no indication. She did keep having the flu and pneumonia, and she did lose a lot of weight. But she and I used to talk early in the morning because she knew I used to get up to go work out and whatnot, and she get on her machine at our house. I think she had a elliptical or a treadmill, I don't remember. But she would get up in the morning and do her thing, and she knew I was up, you know what I'm saying, doing my thing either at the seawall or the gym or whatever. So now when I look back, she had lost a lot of weight, but I didn't equate it to she was sick. I just equated it to because we were working out. So when she went in the hospital the first time, you know what I'm saying, they said she had pneumonia real bad and she needed to chill out. And she did, and she got better. But then she got sick again. And by this time, shout out to Green Eyes, Rhonda Forrest. She happened to be around because I was, moving around doing my thing, and she called me and she said, "Mama really sick, man. It don't look good." She said, "You need to get down here." So I told my team, say, "Man, look, y'all hold it down. I got to go." And I shot out. And by the time I got to Port Arthur, she was already in the hospital on a breathing machine, And she stayed on the breathing machine, you know what I'm saying, few days and whatnot. 2 Chainz came through there, Trader Truth, Willie D, bunch of the family and whatnot. If I'm missing your name, that ain't what it's about, you know what I mean? And we was there, the full time. And then shout out to Pimp, oldest son. He had to make a decision, you know what I mean? And be honest with you, that was a real mature thing he had to do. And I thought about it at that time with my mother or just anybody. I wouldn't want to make that decision. You know what I mean? You want to keep your loved one here as long as you can, but they suffering. And when you think about somebody on a breathing machine, the machine is just, keeping them going. But are they conscious? Are they inside of their mind talking to themselves like, where am I? Like, what is this pain? Oh, man, just, they trying to figure it out. So I just wouldn't have wanted to be in that position. So again, salute to Chad Butler Jr. And it was really devastating because she had just told me we was about to start pushing hard with the whole UGK record thing in the new areas that I was, staking the flag. We had a lot of resources from different people who was like, "Man, hey, we got y'all back." We talking about Trader Truth. She got 2 Chainz, you know what I'm saying, talking to him at any time. Rick Ross, you know what I'm saying, Paul Wall, Devin the Dude, just anybody you can name showing love. So she said we was finna start locking in on some of these people. And so I was anticipating that, but she didn't make it out the hospital. They pulled the plug on her and she passed. And that was a hell of a blow. Hell of a blow. What get me moving and keep me motivated is the simple reminder that a lot of my life, nobody in my circle really was trying to break out. And what I mean by that is financial abundance. If you don't create anything, invent anything, and learn how to become financially abundant, you're going to become a slave to the system. So seeing that everybody was kind of cool and content and just having a good time with what we had, that irks me because a lot of times when you live like that, people fall short. They can't afford simple shit. One day I ain't gonna say no names, but I seen one of my people and they were kind of hysterical. And I'm like, "Man, what's going on?" And I'm talking about crocodile tears. And they're like, "I can't pay my light bill. They didn't turn my lights off, this and that, this and that." And this is a person close to me. So I'm like, okay, so that's the problem. How much is it? So we can get to the solution. And she said, $100. And I'm like, you crying over $100 light bill? So immediately, you know what I mean? He'll go pay that shit. He'll go get you some groceries if that shit, you know what I'm saying, thaw it out or whatever. And then you have just so many different situations where boys don't have different options. So when you try to say, hey man, don't do that because that's gonna get you in trouble and get you a lot of time, come fuck with this. Most people tell their people, man, don't do that, that's gonna get you in trouble, and then it stop right there. Well, you leaving them stuck in the problem. So if you're telling them don't do that, what's the option? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta come with stopping the problem and a solution at the same time. So I always try to put myself in a position to be resourceful for my family, my kids, my homeboys, my partners. And the crazy thing about it, man, I've been doing this shit for many years and I've been consistent than a motherfucker. Ain't nothing changed. But do you know niggas is still trying to search me over and find the opposite of Trill when all these goddamn years, nigga, I've been immaculately Trill than a motherfucker.
Why I'm so loyal? Because, man, the man helped me eat, man. Like, from the beginning, man, the man helped me eat. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard for, you know what I'm saying? He never fucked over me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Man displayed realness, entrepreneurship, fatherhood, you know what I'm saying? Working hard, displaying how to be a man. And I'm trying to get out the streets, you know what I'm saying? He talked to me, he like, man, anybody would just tell you, man, go ahead and keep on doing what you're doing. And he tried to stop me. And then he, one time he tried to start doing his thing. He was like, man, then he was like, man, fuck it. He did it and shut it down. You know what I'm saying? And then he was like, fuck it, man. Let's go back to the work from square one. Then he said, man, I'm finna rap again. Fuck this shit. So then I was like, damn, this nigga doing all this shit, man. He got he juggling all this shit. And he wanted serious about the rap. So I said, my nigga, I'ma rock with you. He said, write a song then. So I wrote a song, shit. That nigga put that bitch on the radio. He got me feeling famous and shit, signing autographs and, you know, just a touch of fame off one verse. You know what I'm saying? One verse, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he got me feeling famous. So he pushing the CDs and shit. So he like, man, grab the CDs. So I'm like, fuck it, nigga. Give me the CDs. So we from state to state, you know what I'm saying? From Texas, Louisiana, man, you know what I'm saying? All over Texas, man, we pushing CDs. You know what I'm saying? We ate off of CDs, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? If we had to get a room, we got a room off of CDs, my nigga. We did shows, my nigga, with all the names, you know what I'm saying? And built relationships. So why I'm loyal? My nigga is Trill, man. For real, my nigga displaying Trill motherfucking skills, nigga on the mic, you know what I'm saying? Fatherhood, you know what I'm saying? Entrepreneurship, you know what I'm saying? Friendship, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, I'm loyal, man. For real, my nigga. Shit, you know, I'm from the deep east, man, side of Port Arthur, Texas, from Stadium to Maine. You know, hustling in the streets, all my partners hustle. We did our thing, man. It was kind of like a gift and a curse because, you know, I was actually there, but what I was doing kind of took me away from all that. You know what I'm saying? You know, actually, you know, I knew the pimp, you know what I'm saying, but like Hezeleo fucking with the nigga, and then I fucked with him one time, and then Hezeleo was like, the nigga called me. He like asking about me and shit. So, you know, so I was like, shit, you know, it's finna go down, man. I'm gonna get serious with the shit. So, you know, I met the nigga. We went to the studio, did all that shit, ate. We did everything. I was right there, but it's just that. So, you know, the curse was I was on the run. And when I was talking to Pimp, Pimp was like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, you got an attorney? I'm like, hell yeah, I got an attorney. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, that's good. And he's like, how much you got caught with? And we got it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, it really, I can do a couple of years. He's like, oh shit, that ain't nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? He like, man, just keep on pushing, man. And you know, keep on doing what you're doing, my nigga. He like, man, if we had this much money, my nigga, we all in the game. You ain't gotta fuck with that shit, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? And he got to looking at my diamonds, because my diamonds was real too, man, at the time, man. Nigga was, you know what I'm saying? Had the Franco chain with the blue diamonds, and he looking at my shit. He like, man, let me see that chain. He looking at my shit. He like, man, I need to get some color in my shit too. I had them aqua blue diamonds in my shit. He was, you know what I'm saying, that, I don't know what type of watch that nigga had on. That bitch was sick, man. That nigga was like, man, I need to put some color in my shit. I was in the studio at Corey Monum studio, man, but yeah, man. That's what it is, man. Trill shit, man. I missed out, man, but it ain't never over, because my nigga He's still putting it down. 20 years, man. Consistently, man. So, yeah, hate on that, man. Trill niggas don't die, man, for real, man. R.I.P. to the Pimp, man.
I can't believe I'm even dropping this, man. Shit a trip. Straight up. I know I ain't the only one, but I miss you. Let's go. Independent on the mission, yeah, my hustle done risen. On the block, pushing music, I done made a decision. Riley B pulled up, and he copped that disc. I probably sold about 40, but that sale was mint. The next day he came back, I'm like, what's up, Riley B? He said the disc went hard, you ever met Mama C? I'm like, nah, who is that?